a solid name for that. Trying things out every week. Hey, anyway, look, this is Thanksgiving week. We got one of the major holidays coming up this week, and it's going to be a little different. So we're going to talk a bit about that. We have some things we're going to give away. We had a giveaway last week of a couple of different products. We had some of the new Victorian Vine books. We had the Do One Thing book that I usually read from every week here. We had a 3-pack, the pastel pack, pink camo. We got all sorts of things to give away. We're going to continue doing that this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is going to be a big one for Thanksgiving. So look for those this week. We're going to do even more. We're also going to have some Black Friday deals coming up very soon. So check your email. If you're on our text messaging program, look up for a text message. We'll have new things coming out for you this week with some good deals on a lot of products on our website. Let's see, what do we got going on? So Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving today, and like how do we show appreciation in a time when things are a little bit weird right now? So we're going to talk about that. What's I want to hear from you guys. What's your plan for this week? Are you going out shopping for Black Friday? Are you going to stay at home in front of your computer like I am and shop on Black Friday? What are you looking for? What's the hot thing you're looking for? Are you just looking for anything that shows up that looks really good on sale? It's kind of the way I approach it. I don't really have anything that I'm looking for. Maybe some aquarium products. I don't know. We'll see. And speaking of aquarium, this weekend, so I have this addiction. I've been repressing this for 20 years now because we just never had one for, maybe 17 years. Maybe it's not that long. Maybe 15. Doesn't matter. Point being, I haven't had an aquarium for a long time. So I'm all into it now. And I started off with a 29-gallon in my den. And I filled it up, and it was never the end thing I wanted anyway. So I found something on Facebook Marketplace. I got a 75-gallon now, so we went bigger, and it's nice. We put it on the other side of the room, and I'm glad we did that because it seemed to open the room up a lot more. It just doesn't dominate the way that the other one did, even though it's twice the size. So we're, I'm liking it. It's nice for me. It's fun constructing the environment. And it's also really fun, or not fun, but the kids they have fun with watching all the different things happen, like interactions with everything. But it's also relaxing. I'm walking through the room, or if I need a break, if I need something, especially now that we're cooped up a little bit more, if I can go downstairs and just sit and stare at that thing for 5 minutes, and then maybe even 2 minutes, it's almost like a moment of meditation, just to chill out for a little bit. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice distraction. It's costly, so I'm looking forward to not spending any more money on that for a while after Black Friday. But it's been fun. It's been fun. So we are going to again. We're going to be giving away the products at the end of this session. So stick around and watch that. We're going to be doing that. But I'm going to get into the comments real quick. Brenda, good morning. Sandy, good morning. Brenda, you're staying home? Yeah, so we're staying home too. We called off Thanksgiving with the family members last week. Just, it seemed like the right thing to do. I don't know what could happen. I don't want to be part of the crowd that spreads it. And I certainly don't want to be responsible for anybody else not struggling, or if they have any sort of health issue, I don't want to be, even third degree removed from that. So, we're just going to stay home, and we're going to really focus on, focus on making it a good time rather than just sort of going through the motions. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. Angel, superstar, has almost finished Christmas shopping. Wow. We have to go through what we've purchased so far and kind of take stock and see where we're at and see how it looks. So we're going to be doing that before Black Friday starts. Brendan said, want to get my dad a tablet so we can video chat or Zoom. He still has a flip phone. Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty cool though, and that's nice. We do that with Lynn's brother and his wife. We sit at the table and we just have a little happy hour. Sometimes we have like a beer or a champagne. Other times we're just sitting there with water, and we just sit and talk about what's going on in the world. And if we need to vent, we vent. But it's a nice little thing, and we just sit there with the iPad on the kitchen table. It's nice. We just FaceTime through it. So it's definitely something I probably should do more of with other people. We jump on with my dad and the boys once in a while, but it's not like we don't have like this formalized thing to do. And we even joked around like maybe for Thanksgiving we'd set like the iPads up in the dining room. But I think that we maybe need to make a better effort there just to stay connected with people, especially now that we're doing less, right? Amy says, "Good morning." Oh, lost you. Come on back. All right. Good morning from Arizona. Stay at home, but grown kids that live in town are coming. Only 5 of us in total. Don't usually shop Black Friday. Blessed to not need too much, nor do our grown kids. That's good. That's good. Usually decorating for Christmas. This year, hubby does need a new phone and laptop though, so we'll look at Monday. Nice. Yeah, very cool. And I know a lot of places like Black Friday deals are out now, so that there's not a crush of people, but also they're trying to get it all done online. I know like the PlayStation was one that we've been looking for a while. And Sony, I think, is not allowing it to be sold in stores. I think it's all supposed to be online. If I read the article correctly, because they don't want people, going crazy in the middle of a pandemic to try to get this PlayStation. So I respect that. And so yeah, we're kind of in that situation. I'm not a Black Friday shopper. Lynn has done it with her friends before, but I'm not a crowd person, so I don't like waiting in line. I don't like fighting for things. I'd rather sit at home, and if something pops up on Amazon that I need, I'll grab it. Brenda had a happy hour with online friends every week during the lockdown. Need to start it back up. Yeah, and there's like those things we miss where like Lynn always watched This Is Us with her friends. They'd always go over each other's houses, and that's not happening anymore. So we're losing all of that. So and even outdoor sports, like we don't have that anymore. Kids aren't playing outside anymore. Like all the parents, I've talked to quite a few of them now. They're just not having the kids get together, especially because now kids have to go in and out of houses. So, it's we just got to get through this one more time. I think. I think we got to get through one more time from the way the vaccines look. I think it's going to be good. I think in like 6 months, hopefully this is behind us. And I told Lynn, I said, when we get the all clear, I might have pyrotechnics and a band and like a major party in the backyard. I don't know. I mean, like I envision this thing. It might just be like bottle rockets, but I'm there. I'm already looking ahead to what life is going to be like as soon as this is over. It's going to be a good time. We are going to party. I almost said something else. I almost said burn down the house. That's not what I want to do. I just moved in. I don't want to do that. And as far as Christmas decorating, so we've not really decorated. I think I might have even mentioned this. We haven't decorated our house much, but this year we are. I just ordered a bunch of stuff. I had a gift card for Home Depot. Ordered a bunch of stuff from Home Depot that I have to pick up later today. We're gonna do it up. We're gonna do it up. I saw one of my neighbors down the street. He was on the roof and decorating the gutters and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. But we'll get the trees and the railings and all that good stuff and the bushes. Kathy, good morning. You're staying home. Yeah, and it's what we need to do. We normally have people over our house, and it's not going to happen this year. Probably not going to happen for Christmas either. But next year, looking forward to it. Looking forward to doing all the things again. And the way we're looking at it, we're trying to reframe it. This is our first Thanksgiving in our new house, our first Christmas in our new house. We actually kind of like Christmas at home. I love going to dinner at my brother's house. I love going to dinner at my cousin or my aunt's house on Christmas Day. But we also love the time just chilling with some coffee or hot cocoa and the kids playing with their toys. And like that's awesome also. Sitting in your pajamas all day. And, so we're just going to make that bigger, like expand on that. So we're trying to look at the positive in this and trying to make it, even better, being a little bit more intentional about, what we're doing with our time. Kelly is a first time viewer. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Keep coming back every Monday because I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing going forward with these next couple of weeks through the end of the year. And I think it's going to be very valuable for you. We have a big tree up, not decorated yet. Yeah, we got to figure out where we're going to buy a tree. So the place where we used to buy a tree is not like around the corner anymore. So we have to figure out where we're going to go for our tree. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome. Welcome. All right, let's get into the Do One Thing book. This is actually one of the things we gave away this week, so look for that. And I see who got that. I see that. All right, so this is a book, and we have these on the website. They prompt you to do something that centers you every day. And so it gives you a prompt, and it's usually a quote from somebody, and then they ask you a question that you have to write it out. So today's random one that I've opened up to is Life is Not Meant to Be Easy. And it's from John Malcolm Fraser, and a challenge I met today is the prompt. So, and it's funny, now, right? Life is not meant to be easy. We're going through that. Everything in here is relatable. The struggle is life, like we have to stop looking at, and I had this thought over the weekend, we have to stop looking at that end result as like we're going to get there and then all of a sudden everything's going to be great, right? We've talked about this in the past. We have to start enjoying the struggle. Brendan Burchard calls it honoring the struggle. We have to start, seeing the accomplishing more important than the accomplishment. Can you follow me there? Like, we have to see that the work is more important than the actual results in almost everything. I mean, you work hard, you save up, you get that new car. You save up, you get that new house. But, and I can tell you from experience, you get the new house, you're still bringing all your stuff with you. All your relationship stuff, all your habits, all of it's coming with you into the new house. And if you don't grow into the new house, it's just going to be the same. And, you get that new car and all of a sudden you have it and you're like, okay, now what? Right? I've been there. Saved up for this new car, pined over the new car, got the new car. Now what? You can only drive it so much, right? Same thing with all of this stuff. All of the stuff. So you have to enjoy the moments. You have to enjoy, the winning. You have to enjoy the failures. You have to enjoy the entire experience going through it. What am I supposed to learn here? What am I supposed to be focusing on here? What relationships am I building here? What's growing me? How am I improving through this? If you spend more time sort of understanding that each opportunity, each decision is an opportunity for growth, each struggle is an opportunity for growth, each bit of hard work is an opportunity for growth, it frames a little bit different. So many people are oppressed. I didn't mean to talk about this today, but it's happened a couple times. Like, so many people see hard work and they feel like it's something that's put upon them, right? They see a hard time and they think it's something put upon them. That's not what it is. It's just life, right? So decompress it once and just say, oh, it's just life. It's going to happen, right? But then also look at it as like, what is this teaching me? How can I overcome this? How can I grow from this? So don't take a defeatist attitude. Don't take an attitude of like, this has been put on you. There's an attitude of entitlement there, right? Like, I shouldn't have to deal with this. No, it's BS. You have to deal with it. We all have to deal with it. All in different ways, but we all have to deal with it. So how are we going to deal with it? All right. All right, so I want to know from you, put it in the comments as I'm talking here. What is your favorite Thanksgiving meal? Or what's your favorite food in the Thanksgiving meal? For me, I love turkey. I love smoked turkey. I love fried turkey. I love stuffing. I love all of it. But for me, like, that thing that I have to have, that I never have really any other time of year, mashed potatoes with corn mixed into it and a little bit of gravy or butter, one or the other. It's nothing. I never eat it any other time. I eat corn, but I don't eat mashed potatoes like ever. I buy a box of mashed potatoes, like the instant mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving one year. I think I had that same box almost the entire thing until next Thanksgiving. We ended up throwing it away. Or like like the smashed red potatoes, like mashed potatoes with garlic and butter. Ooh, love it, love it. And that's like, so that's the like, I could even do without turkey in a way, right? If somebody gave me ham instead, I'd be okay. I like turkey better, but I have to have the mashed potatoes and corn and a little bit of gravy or butter. It's just, I have to. I have to. I like the sweet potatoes. I like all that stuff. But mashed potatoes, gotta have it. Gotta have it. And how are you making your turkey? I'm smoking mine this year. I have to explore how to brine a turkey properly. And I gotta make sure it's thawing out. I've been thawing it out for a week. I gotta make sure it's okay. Marcy says, I think I'm grateful for being able to keep my shop open this year and my customers that have supported me. Very cool. Very thankful as well for friends and family near and far. Yeah. And I think that if you can keep your business running right now, that is a big thing to be appreciative of. Even the customers that are still supporting businesses that are experiencing like a hardship right now, you know, it's tough. Right now is a tough time, and there's a lot of businesses that are not going to make it, and that's not okay with me. But if you are one that is making it, like we're doing okay. Certainly we've taken a hit, but we're certainly doing okay compared to others. And you have to every day just go, thank you. Absolutely. Stuffing. Yeah. It's cornbread stuffing or something else? Do you like regular stuffing? There was somebody one year that made sausage stuffing. It was really good. I can't remember who made it, but it was really good. I don't like to get too fancy. Like, don't give me cranberries and nuts and anything. Give me just breadcrumbs, either regular white bread or cornbread, and you can throw some sausage, might be good in there. But give me regular stuffing with the seasoning, and I'm good to go. Stovetop is fine with me. Cheesy mashed potatoes. Ooh, yeah, right? Cheesy mashed potatoes. Now you're making me think of twice baked potatoes, which I haven't had in years. Can't even think of the last time I had a twice baked potato. Oh, I'm thinking potatoes now. I don't need all the starches. I don't need them. Corn casserole. So that's something we make here too, that my kids love, a corn casserole. We never made it in our family, but Lynn's sister-in-law, well, I guess she's my sister-in-law too, made this corn casserole years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and we've been making it every year since. It's amazing. Grateful for minimalism. Yeah, it's funny. We been looking around here. Moving into this house was an opportunity to minimalize, and so now we're starting to get cluttered again. So I have been making an effort to start to try to purge, but now we're bringing in Christmas decorations. So it's a constant battle, and that's tying that into what we were just talking about, right? It's a constant struggle. We can never get there. I wash dishes every day. Dishes are always happening every day. I am always every day guiding my boys, to clean up and take care of their things. But it's just never ending. Like, we go through these things every day. And I feel like we have a sense of like, someday I'm not going to have to deal with this. And that's never true. There's always something else to deal with. But minimalism, like striving for that, is something that I've read the books and I've looked into it a lot. And I don't know that I'm one that can go minimalist. But I think that that struggle to try to go that direction has been something that's been kind of fun, actually. But it's hard. It's definitely hard. Stuffing made by your mother. Yep, nothing like mom stuffing, man. Good morning, Sherry. Less is more makes life simpler. Yes, I agree. Stuffing waffles this year. Share that recipe in the comments. Don't keep that one from us. Sage stuffing. I agree. Like, that savory sage stuffing is awesome. Yeah. Yep. I've had that like one time, and it's good. Southern cornbread dressing and gravy. Just sounds good. Kids are looking forward to my pumpkin pie made from scratch. Thanksgiving is the only time I make it. Lynn had 2 recipes for pumpkin pie. She made one last night to test it out. It was more on the spicy side, and she wasn't real impressed. The boys loved it. The boys got more later. I haven't had it yet because I ate wings for the football game, so I was trying to balance it out with some vegetables last night. So I didn't try the pie, but I'm going to try a little piece today. So grateful for my health and the opportunity to stay safe at home. Yeah, right? Good attitude. Since last Monday, I know 8 people personally who have been diagnosed with COVID. Wow. That's a lot. So good for you. Good for you. You just put the stuffing into the waffle maker and do it with cake mixes also. Really cool. That's interesting. I might just give that one a shot sometime. Very cool. Okay, so appreciation, right? I think we talked about appreciation last year, but it takes on a little bit of a different color this year, right? And so, Tony Robbins has said something to the effect of, like, when you take the time to appreciate, and we do it every day with Define My Day, when you take the time to appreciate, you can't be unhappy. Like, your mind can't do both things. Like, you can't be in a state of appreciation and you can't be unhappy at the same time. And I think that for me was impactful, and it's why I put it in Define My Day, because every day, if you're doing it the right way and you're forcing yourself to take the steps, right, then you're going to shift your mindset just a little bit. And that's the goal with the Today I Appreciate and Define My Day. And it's also why it frustrates me when somebody says, I have nothing I appreciate. That's not okay. I guarantee you have something you can appreciate. The fact that you're taking in breath is something to appreciate. The opportunity to change your state, to change your station, to change your outlook is something to appreciate. Opportunity is something to appreciate. And right now, in the world where we've canceled Thanksgiving, we probably have to do the same thing with Christmas, where we know people that are suffering. We know businesses are suffering. There's a lot of drama going on in the world. We still have things to appreciate. And it's an opportunity now to look around and try harder to find something to appreciate. Find those little things that we still have to hold on to go, you know what? It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. You know, I have the opportunity today to do this, to speak to this person, to learn this thing. You know, you can check out. You can certainly check out. And sometimes we need to, but you can certainly check out and, you know, watch TV, surf on the internet, play video games all day, you know, whatever you do to waste time, right? You can check out. And sometimes we need to. I'm not going to lie and say that I don't do that. But it's got to be in the right proportions, right? If you're in that place where you're really, you know, just checking out, then look around. You know, if you're checking out because you're exhausted, fine, I get it. But if you're checking out because you just have nothing that you're living for, then, and I don't want it to sound dramatic, but that's kind of all I could think of right there, then look around and look at what you do have to appreciate. You can pick up the phone and call somebody right now. You have a dog, you have a cat, a fish, you know? The opportunity to be here and even have this conversation, a computer, the internet, electricity. And there's a guy that I met last year, right before this all started. Older gentleman, owns a business, was telling me he goes through this process every morning where from the moment he wakes up, everything he does, he thinks about the effort that it took to get that to him. So, for instance, when he flicks on he gets up and goes straight to the bathroom, right? And first thing he does when he walks in the bathroom is flick on the light switch. And he thinks to himself all the hard work that took so many thousands of people to get him electricity. Whether it was mining the coal, building the power lines, the power plant, working the power plant, maintaining the lines. All the things, like you flick on the switch and you're like, electricity. And when you don't have it, you're flipping out. When's my electricity going to be turned back on? We don't take time to appreciate the fact that it happened in the first place. The fact that somebody even invented it. Right? Same thing when you're sitting on the commode, right? The water. Somebody had to put the pipes in the ground. Somebody has to monitor the water, get the water out of the rivers or the lakes or wherever, pump it to your house. The electricity that's involved in doing all of that. It's all these things that happen. Thousands of people, millions of people involved in the process of doing the simple things that we take for granted every day. And if you're just mindful of it for a couple of moments, I mean, honestly, how much hard work would there be to think to yourself when you turn on that light switch, to think to yourself, a lot of people put a lot of work into just for me to do that. Flushing the toilet, washing your hands, all that stuff, right? You know, many times in my Define My Day, what I appreciate will simply be a warm day, the sun. I woke up. Other times it's, a good conversation with Lynn. It's, having the opportunity to spend time with my boys. It's having a great day in business. There's other things, but a lot of times it's that simple little, I woke up today. Thank God, I woke up. Now, coming into Thanksgiving, the temptation is to be grumpy about it. The temptation is to be upset. And then I'm not grumpy. I'm not. When I say grumpy, I'm not dismissing how you feel, because I could certainly be that way too. I'm choosing not to, and I know that when I'm missing family, I'm going to have to redirect my thoughts into something else. I have control over that, and so I'm not dismissing anybody that's sad about not being with family on Thanksgiving. What I am doing is saying, we have the power to make the best of it. We have the opportunity to make it good, although not what we want, still make it good. And so for us, what we're going to do, we're going to make it a good day. There are 3 football games that day. Steelers are the last team playing. We're watching football all day. I am going all out and smoking a turkey. I'm going to brine that sucker. I think I'm starting brining it tomorrow or Wednesday. No, because I got to start cooking it Wednesday. I'm going to start tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I have work to do. So I got to start brining a turkey tomorrow. We're going to make sure, the boys are going to have time to play video games because they're going to want to do that. And I'm sure we're going to have a little bit of work to do. But we are going to be very intentional about where we spend our time on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to make sure we talk to the people that we want to talk to. We're going to FaceTime or whatever we have to do there, Zoom, whatever. We're going to be very intentional about discussing appreciation with the kids. We're going to take time to appreciate the fact that we have a house to live in. A great house to live in. A house that Lynn dreamed of for years. We're going to appreciate that we are all healthy. That we have food to put on our table. That we were able to afford that food. That we have a thriving business with great customers and great people that show up here with me every week. We're going to appreciate all of our friends that we can't see, our family that we can't see, and that we're going to go to bed, and someday we're going to wake up, and all of this will be over. Also knowing that when all of this is over, there's still going to be things that are happening in the world that we don't like. There's still going to be trials and struggles and things that are going to happen. We have to deal with it then. Regardless of that, we still have things to appreciate. And when you shift your mindset, we can the alternative being that we're going to sit at home, upset that we can't be with our family, or be with our family anyway, regardless of the risks. And there's consequences to that, right? We have to deal with it, and we have to deal with it in the way that the end result is what we want. And if the end result is health for ourselves, health in our community, then we have to do this. So then, knowing that, knowing that there's a purpose behind this, then how can we make the best of it? Because the alternative is sitting at home miserable, right? Or just disregarding what they tell us to do. You know, if you're still gonna like listen to medical experts and say, you know what, we're gonna call it off, but I'm gonna sit at home and I'm gonna be raging about it, or I'm gonna be depressed about it, or I'm gonna be upset and sad. You can do that, and nobody would say your feelings are wrong, but you don't want to dive into them, right? You don't want to be so into your feelings that it consumes you, right? You have to say to yourself, and this is self-awareness, right? This is self-understanding. I understand that this is bad. I don't have to like this, right? I don't have to like this. But this is what's best for me and the people around me right now. So in the meantime, I'm going to find something to appreciate. In the meantime, I'm going to make the best of this. Don't fall into the trap of just being upset and sad and, you know, don't go to a bad place. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be sad. Don't dive into it. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it own you. Take time to appreciate what you do have. And if you do that, this is going to be that Thanksgiving that you talk about next year and for every year after that. That, you know, like, that sucked. That was a terrible year. 2020, goodbye. But we lived through it, and we're better for it. And we handled ourselves in a way that we can be proud of. We handled ourselves in a way that made us better people. We handled ourselves in a way that was that vote that James Clear talks about, right? That vote for the person I want to become rather than the vote for the person for something else, right? Every action, every decision is a vote for who you want to be. So when we handle this moment in a way that we can be proud of, that's the vote we're taking. All right. Now, let me get into the comments here real quick, and then we're going to get on to what two more things. We have what our sessions are going to be for the remainder of the year, and then we're going to get into our giveaway, because I know a lot of you guys are looking for that. All right. All right, so Chris says, thankful for my family and my friends, but especially my husband. We live 2,000 miles away from our family and friends, so this time of year is always hard on us. Yeah, I get you. And, you know, like my dad, we haven't been, I don't think we've seen my dad and his family for Thanksgiving in years. He's in Florida. It's about 1,000 miles away. And it's hard. It is hard. You know, and Thanksgivings are a lot smaller. They used to be huge. There used to be 30, 40 people packed into my grandmother's house, and now it's just not like that anymore. And I miss that, you know, but it's an opportunity to do our own thing, you know. And this year, it's even pared down a lot. But, you know, you have a choice. You have to, like, we have to be in this situation anyway, right? We can't change it. So you have a choice of how you handle it. And that's really the opportunity. I'm grateful right now for having the opportunity to learn and to move more in my now. Good. Awesome. I'm glad I have the opportunity to learn how to read when I'm doing this. I too am thankful every day for my husband and the life we have together, and of course our boys and daughters-in-law. Very cool. Today I'm thankful for amazing doctors so that my family is together. Yes. Kelly says, I'm thankful for the time to make positive changes in my life. Yes. And I got to tell you, you know, going back to this one right here, I could have taken, you know, I've had some setbacks myself in the past year, right? You know, I had the injury that kept me from walking basically for 3 months. You know, we had distractions, we've had drama, like there's stuff that's happened around us, you know, and I could have done more. I could have done better this year, I could certainly have done better for my health. When we started this whole thing, everybody's like, "Oh, we're going to get so much done. We have all this free time. We can learn. We can do this. This isn't." Most of us didn't do that, right? There's some of us did, especially if you're using Define My Day. You probably did. You probably did more. But if you look back and you're honest with yourself, like I'm being, I could have done more, right? I know there have been many months where, I look back on it and go, it's kind of a waste of time. Even when I couldn't walk, like that was an opportunity to do more, like even educational for myself, and I didn't. And the only thing I can do with that is learn from it and say, okay, well, so what am I going to do to fix that? What am I going to do to change that? So you didn't take opportunity of that time. So what are you going to do now with this time? Kim says, I want to make to-go Thanksgiving dinners and give them out. Yes. But I stopped myself from doing it because there are so many variables involving in accomplishing it. So I stopped myself from putting it into action. Fear stops me from putting a good plan into action. So Kim, what I would say, and this is what happens with me. So from my experience, I make it too big, right? So rather than make Thanksgiving dinner for like one family, I would say, I'm going to give it to all my friends or all my family. So I think that maybe what I would say, this is my gut reaction because of how I operate. I want to do grandiose things. And then I look at it and I'm like, forget it. Right? So what I've been training myself to do is start small. Small steps. Who's one person that could use a meal? And make dinner for that one person. And then you get the benefit of the experience, and you get the benefit of doing that thing you really wanted to do. And then next year, if you want to do it again, or even for Christmas, you'll probably have another opportunity. You can expand it if you like, and you'll know how much work it was. It's funny because even the tailgates, we did like tailgates in our driveway for the warmer part of the football season, and that was a lot of work. And we did it like almost too big, and it was too much to coordinate, and I didn't watch the football game or enjoy the football game. So we kind of had to shift it around, but now I know better for whenever we do it again. Thank you. Kathy says, awesome thoughts for those on the podcast. Good, I'm glad. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Chris says, I didn't even accomplish a 1 out of 10 of what I thought I would. Or I didn't accomplish 1/10 of what I thought I would, but I wouldn't beat myself up about it. It is what it is, and I know I'll get done. So, yeah. And that's kind of where I am with it too, right? I didn't do, God, I could have learned the guitar over this time, right? But I didn't do it because it just, other things happened. But what I do is I look at this as like a journey of like self-discovery for myself, right? Knowing there was a lot of upheaval. We were stressed about the house. We moved into the house. We were meeting people around the neighborhood. We were dealing with unpacking. There was a lot of upheaval around us. They're unpacking boxes and being exhausted and then being hurt, and stuff happening between Lynn and I and the boys adjusting. And like, there's so many variables. And, we have all these expectations for ourselves, but we really have to look at life in general, going back to minimalist stuff, right? We have to like come back down and focus on that one thing that's really important. And what I came up with for myself a couple of months ago was I needed to like chill a little bit. I needed to do less. I needed to stop trying to take care of everything because I was hard charging from the moment we said move into the new house. From the moment we said move, I was hard charging with stuff, and I wore myself out. And I'll tell you, even trying to take advantage of warm days and getting outside, like that almost turned into work because I was like, okay, we got to get outside, and this is going to be like the last warm day of the summer. And like, while I probably still would do the same thing, all of it, like all these things I felt like I had to do, it built up. And then, when I felt like I wasn't doing what I should be doing because of my injury, it just all compounded. And so what I really like, looking back at everything, what I really felt like I needed to do was just stop, right? Stop. And Even with work, I like backed off of work a little bit, and I needed to take a breath, take a breather, and just organize myself. Take care of like these shelves and like all these little things that were building up on me. I needed to take care of all that little stuff, and then come back and refocus on, after kind of evaluating where I was, that whole list of things I needed to do, looking at that thing that was like a top priority, and then going after that. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. The whole political climate was a big distraction for me. Just watching everything going on, big distraction. But I also know that I gave myself permission to get deeply involved in it. So, it's part of the whole human experience. Do something small. Yep, yeah, absolutely. Angel says, I think in the beginning we probably all underestimate the emotional toll this would take on us and how it would affect our productivity. Yes. Yes. Even when we thought we understood the emotional toll, we didn't understand the emotional toll. I think you don't even understand the emotional toll as you're going through it. You feel the emotions, you feel the stress, you feel the anxiety, you feel the anger, you feel all of this stuff, and you still are underestimating it. You're still not understanding how it's draining you, how it's causing you to not focus on what's most important because you're in this whirlwind of crap. And so you're just not seeing everything. Which is why, going back to this book, which is why we need to take the time to do it. I can't even imagine, if I wasn't doing the Define My Day process through the past 6 months, I have no idea what kind of mental condition I would be in right now. I have no clue. Because without that constant touchstone every morning of coming back and going, okay, what am I supposed to be doing today? What direction did I say I was going to be on? And look, I didn't do it perfectly this entire time either. But without it, I have no idea where I would be right now. I have no idea. I can't even imagine me 5 years ago, how he would have handled this. I'm thinking crap show. I'm thinking not spending time wisely. I'm thinking stressed out. I'm thinking angry. I'm thinking like I could have been a nightmare. This is like it's not war, right? There's not bombs dropping around us. It's not the worst we could imagine. But it's still crazy. And we kind of have to understand that and not underestimate it to the point or not blow it off and try to like just act like nothing. It can't. We can't. I've had to pause the live to take an important phone call. I'll catch up soon. That's okay. How important is that phone call really? Kim, basic goals with DMD is to overcome a fear of action. Like you said, small actions of gratitude and service are still actions. Yes. You did paint your dining room yesterday. You are ambitious. I painted our last house, and I will never do it again. Never do it again. I was swearing a lot when I did that. Again, I was a different person, but I think I learned also. I also won't move anymore. I will certainly not move myself anymore because, yeah. Well, when you almost cut your Achilles, you'll learn not to do that kind of stuff anymore. Okay, look, let's get into what's coming up in these next couple of weeks before Christmas. So look, Christmas and New Year's is our busiest time. We have a lot of people looking to change their lives. And so we want to help you do that in the best way possible. What I'm going to do is a weekly walkthrough of Define My Day up until we get through the entire book. So we're going to start this coming Monday, and we're going to start with affirmations. And we're going to walk through the purpose of affirmations, how you would write your affirmations, what tense, what you want them to be, and how to evaluate what your affirmation should be every day. So we're going to give some what's the value, and then how you would go about doing it. And we're going to talk about that on Monday, and then we're going to walk through the book, each section of the book, until we're through it. And we're going to get, so that basically you guys will have a head start, but anybody new coming into Define My Day will have a library of videos that they can walk through, and a little bit more in depth than the walkthrough that we did that you guys can catch on YouTube or in the user group. It's going to be a little bit more in depth, and we'll also have questions from you guys and hopefully some examples. So come back for those, and I think it'll be really, really valuable. And we're going to get crazier. We're going to try to even do some like slides or illustrations or like examples in these videos to kind of give you a little bit of a little example as we're going through it. So join us for that every Monday, 10 a.m. all the way through the holidays. All right, now what I know you guys want are these giveaways, right? So here's the deal. Every day last week, we posted something we were giving away. You needed to comment and like the post. And if you did, we randomly picked people to win that day's prize. So we have our 5 winners, and I'm going to announce them now. What I need you guys to do is email, if you win, email help@definemyday.com with the address of where you want it sent so we can get it out to you. So Luann can get in there, and rather than try to chase people down and find you in the system, because a lot of times it doesn't really work very well. But also, some people aren't going to be in our system because some of you aren't customers yet. So, listen for your name. If we call your name, email where you want it to be sent, that you won, what you won, and where you want it to be sent, and to help@definemyday.com, and we'll get that out to you as soon as possible here. I'm going to Sherry's comment real quick here before I get into it. Sherry says, I ordered this weekend and can't wait to get my book. I was excited about the book, had no idea about the walkthrough in the group, and I'm really looking forward to making some positive changes. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like we need to get that message out there more about this stuff. All right, so the first thing is the Victorian Vine book. These are 2 books we did. We couldn't decide on what color we liked better, so we did both. And you can see here, we have the tan and then the pink. Those are the Victorian Vine. And the person who won those is Karen Lake. Karen Lake won the Victorian Vine. And our next one is the Do One Thing book. So that is this sucker right here. The Do One Thing Every Day That Centers You. We read from it earlier today. So the person that won this one is Fred Heather Wilson. Fred Heather Wilson. So it sounds like Fred and Heather combined Facebook account. So Fred Heather Wilson, email help@definemyday.com with your information. We'll get that out to you. The next one is the 3-pack, and this one went to a well-known Define My Day user, and I think you're even on here still, Kathy. Kathy Becker won the teal, purple, and pink 3-pack. Congratulations. All right, the pastel pack. The pastel pack, I'm going to try to read my writing here, is Sherry Nybarger. I think my writing is very sloppy. I think it's Sherry Nybarger. She won the pastel pack. Please email help@definemyday.com with your information with where you want this to go. And for anybody watching, this is the biggest one we gave for this week. It was 3 teals. You have some highlighters in there. You have some colored pastel pens. You have some stickers, the aqua notes, the adhesive pockets, which Lynn is using now, and she loves them, and the pastel tabs. And I think actually Sherry, if I'm not mistaken, made a comment about the waterproof notepads. The shower notes are the best product on our website, the best accessory on the website. I don't think there's a product I get more use out of than the shower notes, because I am that person that I'm in the shower and I'm thinking, oh, I got to do this as soon as I get out, or I have to remember that idea, and as soon as I get out of the shower and start drying off, it's gone. I'll never think of it again. So it's a pad of notes that you suction cup to the side of your shower or whatever, and they're waterproof, and there's just a regular pencil that's also got its own suction cup, and you write whatever you're thinking about in there. It's amazing. Amazing. So definitely one of the best products we have. But that was the highest value thing we gave last week. There's going to be a bigger one this week. There's going to be a bigger one. So keep your eye out, and we're going to have a bigger one. All right, last one. last one is the pink camo, brand new book, pink camo. This one's hot. This one is selling better than I anticipated. So yeah, this is a popular one, and this was Amy Yeager. Amy Yeager won the pink camo. Please email help@definemyday.com, and Luann will get your information and get that out to you. So congratulations to everybody that won. I appreciate you all participating. We had a lot of cool comments on there and a lot of fun things. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. So we'll continue on with it. You have another opportunity, and we will announce it in our next live session, and you can see if you won. Get into the comments here real quick. Oh, Sherry, it's funny. I don't think I remembered seeing you in the comments as we were doing this. So Sherry's here, and she said, I ordered this weekend and can't wait to get my book. I was like, that's funny. Oh my goodness. So that's exactly, you got the pastel pack too. So there you go. That's funny. That is hilarious. How about that? Kim says, congrats. Yay. Congrats. That's funny. Totally need those shower notes. Think hubby would appreciate them too. Yeah, and I like them because when you rip them off, you can slap them on the wall and they stick to the wall. And it was, so our shower in our old house had them stuck all over the place with like what I was thinking about or sayings that I wanted, I'm trying to think of one that I had. I need them. Actually, I need to do them again because I'm losing those. I got out of the habit when we moved. But it would be like if I was listening to an audiobook or a podcast, I would write it down in the shower and stick it to the shower. And you know why that doesn't happen? Because our new shower surround is all tile and it echoes so much I can't hear an audiobook. It's just noise. And that's why I can't do it. Oh, how our environment changes how we experience things, right? Crazy. Sherry, you're welcome. Congrats. Yes, absolutely. Congrats to all the winners. Cool. Good. I'm glad. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Watch out for our Black Friday sale. We are going to be announcing that very, very soon. I think if you need to stock up on accessories, if you need to stock up on anything, this is the week you want to do it. We're going to have a sale running from now through Cyber Monday. We're going to have different things going on sale, but all of it is going to be very cool. The biggest thing, the books are going to be, it's our biggest discount we offer on the books all year long. So check it out, and we'll see you soon. All right. Everybody, take care. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Focus on what you have good going on. And, yeah, we'll see you back here next week. I appreciate you.